Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if this is working because we're having some technical difficulties with Mr. Nause's computer and his stream. Hopefully, you guys are getting a better quality stream now. Have a look in a second. See if we see any stutters. This is Eric Ghoukasian joining you on the ones and twos. Mr. Nause, could we get a audio check here, please, from you? Okay, I don't think your voice is going through, so let me add. Deal with this one problem at a time. Is it? I wonder if we can change that. We are in the second half of qualifying here. The crew out there putting some lap times. Don't know what they are right now, but I am sure we'll get to them in a second, right before the race. We have 6 minutes to figure this stuff out. On we're getting so let's try this. See if this shows any stutters, and then let me add. Alright, Mr. Nause, let's get another audio check from you, see if we're getting your voice through here. Yeah, that looks great. Excellent. Welcome to the TRACKILICIOUS Circus. This is Clown Eric Ghoukasian and Juggler Mike Nause. But we are here, we see things. Hopefully they're not lagging. Hopefully everybody out there is doing well. Excellent, great, fantastic. Sticking here with Mr. Beachley. Who do we have? Ooh, we got Ali Raza on the top of the charts. Not a surprising name there, but Chris Tones putting in a scorching lap of a 52.3. Yes, I can. A better streamer would have been able to do that before you even said it. Good. Can see it coming up. Alright, hopefully you guys can hear both Mr. Nause and I now. Everything should be set up. I think the only thing we're missing here is the chat box. Let's see, let's test the chat box here. Oh, looks like it's there. So.
Lovely.
Bingo.
Currently on board with Juan Caris. Quite a fast guy so far.
Yeah, looking, taking that pole position. Looking fantastic.
He was actually sitting on pole position for all of free practice.
Let's get the times up for you guys here. Alright, let's do the deltas so everyone can see. Wow. Juan with a scorcher of a lap, trumping Ali Raza, which is not an easy feat. just 600ths of a second behind. As Ali Raza tones another 10th. Sakombe, hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly, a couple behind that. Looks like a pretty good grid we've had out here today for our qualifying race. So for those that don't know, the Thursday series, while traditionally a GT4 exclusive league, has transitioned into a multi-class fun extravaganza. We will be doing a multi-class series again. However, left the qualifying in just GT4 so that we can gauge everybody's pace. And what will happen is we'll split everybody into two divisions, where Division 1 for Week 1 will be starting in GT3s, Division 2 will be starting in GT4s, and then the next week, GT1 will be in the GT4s and Division 2 will be in GT3. So everybody will get to drive both classes, alternating every week, and everybody will get to enjoy a multi-class series. Genius idea by our resident admin, Professor Kronotis, living up to his name.
Yes, indeed. Very awesome man for the community.
Staple,
And
anchor,
yes.
juggernaut. So, Mr. Nause, Mr. Michael,
Yeah.
Mike, what are you most excited to see in this series?
I really want to see the battle here between Ali Raza and honestly who I think Mike Burkov. I think Mike Burkov has the pace to catch up with him.
And while we're talking about this, look at that top three. They're within 600ths of a second to each other. That is ridiculous. I don't think I've ever seen a qualifying grid that close. Top eight are within half a second of each other, which is insane. This is going to be an awesome battle for the front of the field. Going all the way down, we have 30 drivers here today. I think over 40 registered. This is going to be really fun, really exciting.
Yeah,
These guys
especially
are...
on Imola.
Mastachero coming in with a scorcher!
51.
51.7, look at that.
Wow. Okay. Montecero in the Porsche, making it look easy.
Step aside, peasants. The Peruvian is coming through.
Yeah, Carey's still on a lap, or yeah, man, he abandoned it. He was not going to be improving that lap.
Let's watch what Mr. Andres, what rabbits he's pulling out of his hat here as we wind down our max wait time. Provisional pole for him, really pushing it. He is down on his, just actually slightly up on his delta, neutral on his delta right now. Got a couple more cars out on track, but who do we have? 18, that's Beachley, and 42, Professor Kronotis, both challenging for that pole position, with Andres now down 2/10. So don't know if there's going to be any magic in this lap, but just enough for him to get that provisional pole. Let's see if he's able to maintain that. So looks like he is. The other two are in the pits. No improvement there. So Andres Mastachero leading the charge in our first pole position in our qualifying race.
Yeah, great lap. That was very undeniably. I mean, he took that pole 2 over 3, just about 3/10 over the rest of the field.
It's crazy.
That's
Awesome
absolutely
performance.
insane. And yes, he is driving the same car as the guy that qualified behind him. He does not have any modifications.
No better accomplishment than to go like for like and get it in there. Well, Mr. Masachero, great job. Ooh, I am guilty here a little bit, ladies and gentlemen, in that I don't have the liveries downloaded, and I do apologize about that. But let's do a field walk, and maybe between race 1 and race 2 I can sneak out and grab them. We have Andres Mastachero in pole position in the Porsche, followed by, I'm sorry, I don't know what his name is. Juan Cares?
I've just been saying Carice, but
Okay.
yeah, I'm guessing I'm wrong.
And then we got Jeremy Story in third. Fellow BOA community, welcome. Glad to have you. Ali Raza, Trackalicious admin, rocking the crazy colors here. Followed by Chris Tones from the Mr. Emporium land. Mike Burkhoff. Jay Sekombe, sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. Chronotus in his traditional chrono blistering yellow. Will Bruner, Jason Provolone rocking the Alpine and the Provolone, the cheese combo here with the orange, purple, and green. It's become a staple in the sim community here. Followed by Mr. Scott, Jake Buckham, I believe. Again, another the Mr. Emporium himself. Um, and then who do we have? Alpha, I'm trying to say Alonso and Alfonso at the same time, but it's Afonso. Mr. Fallon, Dan Versosa. I'm obliged to say it. Our fellow Brazilian, resident Brazilian, Dan Versosa. Kalzalskis. Now you got me tripped up on this name, Mike. But it's Kozlauskas. I'm gonna stick to it. Will Cohen, Rick Sapien, Reggie King back for another season, Gabe Carnes, I'm Not Jimmy, Camacho, and then who do we have below that? I can't see the names anymore. I'm going to scroll down here for a second. Kevin Yu in the Audi, going to Mr. Muffet in the Mercedes. Oh no, we're going to be moved around here. Let me see if I can get the rest. Matt Haight in the Audi, the Aston. Paul Garin, Guzman, Masters, Pulaski. I feel like I missed someone, and I apologize about that. But let me get this moved around here and see these guys as they all come through.
Getting ready to start their warm-up lap here for this 30-minute race here at Imola. A lot of cars on the grid. 30 minutes, 30 cars, in fact. Hopefully we finish with all 30 cars here.
Yeah, it's I get that sometimes it can be frustrating and things happen that make you quit, but something that I've been trying to be adamant about myself and making sure that I don't leave a race no matter what the situation is. And sometimes it works out. Sometimes some magic happens and you end up gaining some great spots at the end of the day. But yeah, I get it. Sometimes people just get too frustrated and have to leave and can't really get themselves to finish the race.
Yeah, I agree, but I don't, we haven't seen too much of that from the Trackalicious League so far this season. Well, I know we've only had one race this season, but even the more recent ones been quite good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What's really cool is that our numbers have consistently been rising. So it's been exciting to see all these new names, new competitors, new challengers to the throne. Mastachero and Raza being some of our more consistently high finishers, and now you got names like Story, Cares, Tones, Burkhoff, another old timer here. But yeah, really exciting to see these new names challenging for the win. So it's awesome, and not only that, but also throughout the entire field. Right, it's great to see more challengers, more competition, more wheel-to-wheel racing. Because one of the things I think we pride ourselves on is providing good racing for any skill level, and yeah, I feel like we've been accomplishing that pretty successfully over the recent seasons.
I think so as well. Here's we're going to be getting ready to come onto the start-finish straight, as this is a extremely long start-finish straight, I do remember, for at least for the green flag.
Coming around the final turn here. Stay in helicopter cam and see if we could catch these folk. You know, I'm almost tempted to hover on T1, but we'll just keep it at this for now. Stay on third place and have these guys line up as they're going. Would you like to say it, Nas?
I will. They are going Noah's Ark formation, 2x2, getting ready to go green here at Imola for the GT3, GT4, but currently GT3 and GT4. Mixed class racing. Here we go, as we are about to be underway. At any second now we're underway. And getting ready is the great start from P2 there. Story having gains on Montecero. Everyone, Montecero having actually kind of a sleeper of a start. Looking like he's going to have a look into turn one. Not quite, breaks very early. Montecero taking that. And Story following him up. One driver running wide. Oh, and a bit of a collision in the back there. That's a couple cars spinning out.
We do have one or two cars off, but nothing crazy looking. The grid's still looking pretty tight up there.
Whoa!
Let's go look at the
We
front
got
here.
battles for P1 here, as we see a massive error there from Curious. Curious, as he messes up, coming out of Schumacher and gets overtaken by, or actually that was Montecero, excuse me, that got messed up into Schumacher, or out of Schumacher, and then Curious and Story overtook him. Not sure why is it showing Montecero still in P1.
It'll take a minute for the timing charts to update. Actually, what I could do is come back in here and press
There
this
we are.
button, and I think that'll give us a better idea of what's going on. Sometimes the ACC has some funky stuff that it does, but yeah. Jay Story coming out up top. Great start from him. Like I said, one of the admins from BOA, a fellow sim racing community, putting out some impressive pace and impressive reactions at the start here. So let's kind of hop in a little bit farther back and see how these two are doing, with Montecero trying to hunt down Karis.
So I'm actually having a look right now back at Mike Burkov, who's currently holding up the rest of the pack, and doing a great job of doing it in the 74 Audi, pulling away on the straight extremely heavily. Tones looks like he's struggling right now, and Chronotis looking like he wants to have a move into turn one, tucking onto the inside, getting ready around turn one. I know that's a small turn, but it is a turn one. And getting ready to go into the chicane. We see a yellow flag in the back sector there, not sure what happened. But heavy braking. Chronotis, late braking, clobbers the curb on the inside, but manages to keep it under control. Has a decent run on the exit. It's looking like Succombi wants to have a look, but actually he's under pressure from Brunner. Brunner backs out of it wisely into Schumacher. Thinks better of it, but Chronotis has a terrible exit and is caught sleeping into the hairpin. But not quite. He's still battling it side by side. They're going to go into the fastest turn on the track here. Kronos with the inside line. And he does manage to get that overtake. And behind them, there's even more battles. There's Succombi and Scott. And Scott manages to get by Succombi. Or Brunner, excuse me. Kronos looking like he did secure that position finally. Ooh, and running wide there does... Side by, actually, go check out P11 there. Got some side-by-side action going into Retapilia Alta.
Nice, Mike. I'm impressed.
Yeah, that's like one of the turns I know, the actual name. I know these turns, I just can't remember them right now. And Tamburillo, obviously, is turn one. Well, turn 2 and 3, I should say. But then there's also, my favorite though, is the second chicane on Monza, Retafilio Terrosia. don't know what it means, but it sounds nice.
Hey Phil, how you doing today? Thanks for joining us. Mr. Whelpcakes, legend from 949, aka Phil Milwee, joining us in chat.
Whoa! P2, Mostasero losing out big.
Look at
You
this
want to go and check that out.
battle over here. So we have P1, P2, P3, P4, P5, all in heated battle.
P1's pulling away like a absolute demon right now, Story.
Mr. Story rocking.
Oh, Juan Curious running extremely wide.
He's gonna miss that corner, that's for sure, but
Everyone kind of followed him,
he's
so
gonna
it was
get.
okay.
One can very safely assume that he's gonna get track up for that, and we see Justin Moffitt in the back with a stop go 30. Hey Blaine, Ultra in chat here. Speedy Driver, welcome. Hope everyone's doing well. You're in for some for what will be our mixed class series, but our single class qualifying race, just to get everybody's gauge everybody's pace out here. We see Jeremy Story from BOA rocketing away from the rest of the crew as these guys are battling wheel to wheel, giving him all the time in the world. Tight racing over here. Get a little bit of TV action here. Look at these guys so close to each other. It's interesting that the Porsches are packed so tightly in the front of the grid here.
Oh no! Oh, sorry to interrupt, but P8 Brunner. Oh, there was side by side Buckman Brunner, and they managed to collide in the first turn.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Seems like they're both, giving each other a little bit of respect on the return. Maybe Mr. Buckman being the cause of that incident. Let's see if we could actually go back and see what happened. Going back
So,
in.
yeah, I think they are going to go side by side here very soon, unless you went back. Yeah. How far did you go back?
I did.
Here we go. He's about to tuck out the pink car, and then the yes, right there. Oh, he just didn't brake.
Oh no. Oh no. Well, Jake, not good, sir. Not good.
Yeah, brake. You forgot that there's a middle pedal.
Yeah. Yeah. How do you go back live on this thing?
You can hit, and I think in the top there's a dismiss button, but also I don't know.
Okay.
But
Well.
you change your go back to go back 15 seconds
Oh, okay.
for 15 seconds, and just make sure you get on it and you
Got
stick
it.
to it.
Got it. Got it. Got it. Look at this. I'm being educated, ladies and gentlemen. Blaine, going really well. We're looking at some crazy racing out here, really tight with the guys back here. I'm gonna go back to this heli cam so we really get a sense of how close these guys are. So, second, third, fourth, and fifth in heated battle. Oh, sounds like there's some other crazy stuff going on back
No,
here.
that was one you were watching.
Okay.
You had the Audi there. I think who was that? I'm not sure who the Audi is there. Almost went into the back there of the car in front of him.
Yeah, so we have Karas, Masachero, Raza, Burkhoff in battle for second essentially, and then we have Kozlauskas, Provolone, Tone, Scott, Afonso, all in a battle for 8th position. So we're getting some great racing over here as Tones and Scott go side by side. Scott choosing to back out a little bit. Tone still leaving him room. Great racing over here. So yeah, it is going to be multi-class, but this is our qualifying race, so everybody is in a GT4 today. So it's not quite that spicy yet. We're in a mild to medium spice, but we'll be scaling up really quickly to that super spice in week 1, which is I think it's next week. So yeah, really really exciting, and the gap between these guys is incredible.
I cannot believe how fast Mike Burkov has gotten over these past few seasons.
I don't know what you're talking about. Mike Furkov's always been pretty quick.
He's always been fast, but he's never been up there right behind Ollie Raza for the first 5 minutes of a race.
You know, that's probably a fair
First
statement.
30 minutes of a race. 10 minutes of a race. 30-minute race. What's my brain doing?
Yeah, so really exciting. I mean, these guys are still going at it. Porsche, Audi. Burkov closing off the back end of this pack. These guys still going at it, but this wheel-to-wheel racing, as you can see, giving Mr. Story a huge gap in the front there. But yeah, we'll see if this plays out again in a similar way in the next race. Masachero having a little look, getting a better exit. Now on the outside, going on the hairpin. Ooh, a bit too wide.
Very difficult to overtake there,
Yeah,
as he actually loses out 2 positions.
Burkov's patience paying out, promoting him to 4th place. Really great racing all around from all these guys. So we have some spiciness going all the way. Let's go down and let's see.
Masachero is struggling.
You know what? I would hazard a guess to say that he's done his tires in pretty good in these first couple of laps, going really hard. So going back, let's see. We get a little bit of spiciness back here. We got Pulaski and Camacho battling it out in the back here. Just a couple of tenths between the two. Or is that Pulaski and Sapien? Sorry, my timing charts don't seem to be updating as quickly as I would like them to. So the field wild spread still tight all the way around. Let's go to 13th, 14th, 15th. We have Versosa, Brunner, and Jake Bucknam right next to each other. Bucknam dropping down as him and Brunner just had that incident earlier from Jake completely missing his braking spot. Brunner going a little bit wide, allowing Jake to pull closer. Really tight group over here. 4/10 and a tenth to the cars behind. Huge draft on this really, really long straight here at Imola.
And looking like he actually wants to make a move into turn 1, but thinking better of it as he maybe remembered a little bit earlier what happened when... Oh, but I say that, and he's going to have a really good run coming into the Schumacher S's here.
Oh, look, they're so tight.
Oh, and he runs by this contact!
No.
Multiple bits of contact.
No.
Versosa,
You hate to see it, Brunner.
An innocent bystander and a passenger there, unfortunately.
Oh, that's frustrating. But part of racing, I suppose. Let's hop forward to the next pack. Kozlauskas, Provolone, Scott, Tones. I just heard something, but I don't know what I heard. Oh, Strangelove, ACC, thanks for the follow. Welcome. Greeny, welcome to you as well. Thanks for hanging out in chat. Thank you everybody for being here as we're watching our qualifying session for our multi-class series while everybody is in the GT4s today, so that we could rate them equally, and then in the next week we'll be popping into our multi-class races. We have Kozlauskas in the blue Porsche up front, Provolone in the orange Alpine, Ricky Scott right behind, all battling for that 8th place. Getting the huge toe as they get in the straight. Looks like Mr. Scott's getting a really good toe from that Alpine over there, from the tiny little car, as they go side by side. Provolone, the cheese man, still on the inside. Huge defensive line. Compromised, I'm sure, but gets a good run from that second little turn there. So keeps Mr. Scott behind for the time being.
Yeah, he did have a really good run through there, surprisingly. But actually, as this battle for P9 is actually battle for P1, at least for the GT4s, if I'm not or if I'm am I mistaken there, or am I
Well,
correct?
everybody's in a GT4 today.
Oh,
Everyone's in a GT4 today. This is our qualifier, right? So everybody's in the same class, so we could gauge where everybody needs to be for our series, and we could split them up into Div 1 and Div 2. And then next week, that's when the real fun starts coming into play, where we will have our multi-class races starting.
I knew that.
This
I
group
didn't.
still really tight. Kozlowski's making a mistake, allowing Provolone to get a really good run. Looking on the right, no room there. Going to the left, Kozlowski's on the inside for the chicane here. Provolone being patient, pushing Kozlowski's a little wide. A lot of curb there. Big sausages being eaten by the cheese man.
Scott here is going to have a very good overtaking opportunity coming into one of the easiest overtaking spots on the track, and he's going to have the inside line to do it. And he breaks late, stays side by side for now, but has the inside line again. This is going to compromise him on the exit. I think Provolone is going to actually manage to keep this position for right now.
And while we say that, I just noticed something very, very interesting. Afonso in the Maserati in a really good spot. 11th in the Maz with no traction control, no ABS. Great performance by him so far, 15 minutes into the race. As we see Brunner coming in from behind, a four-person into one corner. How is that going to play out? Looks like everybody's reasonably sensible. Scott making the move, making it stick ahead of Provolone, a bit wide for Brunner. Tones coming in, and then Jake Bucknam coming in, all challenging for that spot. Let's go back. Let's go back there, see how this is going. Tones and Bucknam from the same server, so I'm sure they're going to give each other a little bit of room as we see Afonso in the back challenging Bucknam over there. Brunner, Tones, Bucknam, Afonso, still going wheel to wheel here. Oh, a bit of a mistake from Tones. Is that going to give Bucknam a bit of a run down straight over here? Still everybody in a line and not making any moves, but I'm sure they're going to get hungry and eager, as I'm sure Bucknam is chasing down Brunner after they had that incident back there.
Yeah, this isn't really the sector to overtake on. This is kind of the sector that you just have to stay nip and tuck with the person in front of you, and then kind of wait until you get out of Alta, where there's a very good overtaking opportunity into the final two corners, and then after that onto the final straight.
So while these guys are relatively close, let's go back up to the top where we see Kara still in second, but Burkhoff making his way up to third place. Raza falling down to fourth. Looks like your predictions are coming true there, Mr. Nause. Burkhoff smoking his tires in a good way today. Oh, Raza looking on the inside a little bit, but not quite making it. Let's hop into Raza's car. How about that? And watch the action from within. See how this is going. Burkhoff looking in for that second place, taking that inside line. Who does make the move. Raza also thinking about a little bit of an adjustment. Burkhoff makes it through, makes it stick. Raza looking for it now. Karis falling down the ranks here. Raza sends it in. Reasonable, makes that apex very important, so it's not considered an absolute send. But great job by both Burkhoff and Raza taking in second and third. Karis dropping down to fourth place. Really glad we were able to catch that action.
Yeah, for sure. Extremely exciting action is now Ollie Raza extremely under pressure from Caris and Mostasero.
Let's have a look. Ooh, it makes a huge mistake! Huge mistake!
And Sacom, Caris having to basically come to a stop to avoid that, or was that, who was that? Oh, that was a lapped car. That was Moffitt. Okay.
Yeah, it looks like it was Moffitt. Wow, that's really unfortunate for Karis. I know he's been doing a really good job of maintaining those people behind, but finally something had to give. Burkhoff making it through, Raza making it through, Mustachero making it through back up to fourth place now. Raza and Burkhoff still in a tight battle. I'm sure Raza is not going to let off this one very easily, but Burkhoff does have the talent, does have the experience, does have the pace to potentially keep Ali behind him for the next 11 minutes.
Burkhoff's lapping the same lap time as well. Actually, I guess Ali Raza just put in the fastest lap, so what I was about to say is irrelevant. The 151.8, basically putting qualifying times here in race conditions, which is extremely impressive.
Yeah, it's
And
just,
Mike Burkov heavily under pressure now.
yeah, Raza's not going to give in that easily. Even though he did secede, if that's the right word,
Yeah.
his second place, he is going to want it back. I wonder if it was a mistake. But a lot of pressure on Burkov here. Had to let off a little bit to make sure he didn't have any contact with him. But Raza, hungry for that second place now. Chat, let us know if you want to hop into anyone's car. We are here for you. We're streaming for you. So if there's any battle in particular that you want to see, we'll be happy to switch to it. Hope everyone's doing well. Thank you for joining us this Thursday night for our qualifying race for our mixed class series. While we are a mixed class series on Thursdays, this one, given that it's a qualifier, everybody is in GT4s. So excited to see these guys going at it, wheel to wheel. Some great action so far, and we expect there to be some more for the remainder of the race and the second race coming up.
And cheers to you, Greeny, as well, as he enjoying the little clip. Him forgetting the middle pedal.
Yeah, can't forget the middle pedal. You always got to remember the middle pedal.
Ali Raza cannot just Mike Burkov, I should say, not Ali Raza. Mike Burkov just absolutely is not giving Ali Raza any opportunity to overtake.
Yeah, it looks like this Audi's got some really good pace in the straights while the Porsche's making it up in the corners. Lots of time made up in those couple of corners right there. Looks like they're actually putting down some great laps. So last lap from Burkov and Raza, 52.1, 52.3.
And P10, I would look at.
A little bit wide for Burkov there. Raza going to look at this opportunity on the outside. Burkov having the inside. But what I was trying to say is P1 was actually 0.5 down from their last lap. Right now at a pace of 52.7.
To be fair, they don't really need it.
Fair enough.
They have a bit of a, I mean, they have a 4.3 second gap. He can conserve his tires a little bit with 8 minutes left in this race. Kind of come into the closing sectors. I'm sure that Audi has worked its tires, as I drove the Audi GT4 for one season, and that is one thing about it, is when it gets to the end of the race, your tires will be on fire.
Bit of insider information from the legend Mike Nause, former driver, now commentator. Always welcome to hop back in, Mike, of course, but love having you on the stream as well. But something I didn't know, it's good information. I don't think I've ever driven the Audi in GT4.
Yeah, it will, the grip falls off very quickly if you abuse it. It's a car that will use and abuse you, but it likes to be respected.
Yeah, let's look here. So it looks like Raza has a really good toe, but that Audi is still pulling away. It does look like it has that straight line speed now. Oh, it's pretty close. Raza looked like he's getting a pretty good run here. Is he going to have a look on the inside? Yes, he is. Does threaten that inside line, but just not quite there. Wow, what an exciting
just
battle.
Late on the brakes, just extremely late, and the Audi just managing to keep it planted. That's extremely impressive. He wasn't even worried about Ali Raza going down the inside there.
That's one thing that's really nice when you start racing in leagues. You start to get yourself familiarized with the people around you. Ali Raza, Mike Burkov been around for a little while. They know each other. They know each other's capabilities, their abilities to race, and the respect that they have for each other. And you could clearly see it here. Burkov, while I'm sure being immensely pressured by Ali Raza, both showing immense respect and the confidence to know that they're not just going to run into each other. Couple of laps in here, couple laps of wheel-to-wheel battling, and it's been awesome to see. Great racing by these two.
Both of them are on the absolute limit right now, as Mike Burkov running wide and Ali Raza following suit immediately, basically, as he is just locked in Mike Burkov's tire tracks right now.
And while that's going on, let's hop down to 13th, 14th, 15th. We have these three in a really tight battle. It's Guzman in 13th, Fallon in 14th, and King in 15th. King, OG Trackalicious Sim Racer, coming back to us this season. Looks like these guys are pretty close to each other. Big breaking into the chicane, I believe. Yeah, that's where we are. That BMW does have some pretty great straight line speed, but from what I remember, a lot of understeer turning in. So we'll see if Mr. Guzman is able to keep the car ahead before they get into that long start-finish straight.
Yeah, I don't think the Chevy is necessarily known for its oversteer. Let's just say that. I think that the Chevy is a very understeery car as well. Very, very heavy. But you'd think it would be a rocket on the straight, but it's actually just getting that BMW is a rocket.
The BMW has immense straight line speed. Lots and lots and lots of straight line speed. As you can see, the big gap. Oh, it makes a mistake.
Too much straight line speed.
Makes a mistake. Is this going to be the opportunity for Fallon to make it stick? I know he's smelling the blood in the water as the dust kicks up from the previous corners. Getting in closer and closer.
His tires too.
Is this the spot? Great exit. Looking on the inside, really pressuring. He's going to go for it. Is he going to make it stick?
Massive lunge, stays on the inside, gonna have an okay run, but the BMW is gonna have a better one. Getting ready, is he gonna hold that inside line? He keeps his nose in, but looking like he doesn't have the straight line speed to stay with it. Has a bit of a lunge to try to get into it, but not really, as now he's just kind of in the following game. He's gonna try to have a look here, but that's probably not that advisable, as you're just gonna lose a lot of time doing so. Just bide your time and wait here. Just hope he makes a mistake. Coming out of Alta here, coming into Alta, I should say, and out of it is where you will have an opportunity.
And actually, we see some great battles ahead as well. Let's stick with this one for another corner or two. See if Fallon's able to make it just that little bit that he needs. It looks like he has some pretty decent pace, but great defending from Guzman.
Yeah, he doesn't have the pace right now to get that overtake done.
Ooh, a bit of contact.
Well, that's okay, I guess.
Yeah, he
Guzman
backed off.
getting pushed along, you know. It could have been bad. That could have been really bad, but it wasn't.
Bump draft. Will Brunner getting a really good run on the front straight. Pressuring Kozlowskis. Going on the inside. Does have a bit of an overlap. Let's see who's going to win the chicken breaking game here. The Maserati right ahead. Brunner thinking better of it. Ooh, gets a really good exit there. Now has the inside as they run up the hill here.
Giving each other plenty of respect, too. As that gap closes a little bit, but Brunner making absolute easy work of that.
Job done.
Gets that overtake done very well, as I think these guys have been battling for laps now.
Yeah, it's what's awesome is I don't know where to go for the next battle. We have multiples along the entire track going down the field. We have Camacho and Sapien battling with as you can see behind, Haight and Pulaski within half a second of each other. Ooh, looks like Sapien's got a good run over here, staying on the outside. Bit of pressure. Is he going to get a better run on the exit? No. Should have gone for the over-under, but
it's very difficult on that corner as it's kind of banked and you can't really get the best exit. Running wide isn't really the strategy for that corner. It kind of just is slow.
Oh, goes wide there. That is definitely going to be a track cut for Mr. Camacho, as Sapien putting a lot of pressure as we go into Aqua Minerale.
That's what it's called. There you go.
I got one corner named down, envious of Mr. Whelpcakes in chat, who I'm sure knows all the corner names around Imola over here. So we only have a minute 22 left.
Beachley actually pressuring Kevin Yu.
Let's have a look. Beachley
just up ahead of him.
So going into the straight. Is he going to get a good enough exit? That
Oh,
Mercedes does have some immense straight line
yeah.
speed.
Beachley kind of went for a dive into the second to last corner and had a really bad run coming onto the straight. It's going to be very difficult to get an overtake done there.
Oh, let's hop back. Looks like Raza's taking the position from Burkhoff. Sorry, chat. Sorry we missed that. SGR Patty, welcome. Glad to have you. Thanks for joining us. Thank you everyone for sticking around for this immense battle that we're seeing on just the qualifier. Burkhoff looking on the outside, really putting some pressure on Raza as Masachero is taking the opportunity of Burkhoff and Raza fighting to come into play a bit. That's a lot of
Oh
curve for
my
Masachero.
goodness. I don't think that was the best move from Mike Burkov. I think that was a very exuberant dive, and he got very lucky that Montecero ran wide there coming on the exit of Alta. This is gonna be the final lap, maybe.
Yeah, it looks
I'm
like
not.
it. Oh,
No, it's
no.
gonna be really close. It's gonna be extremely close.
Story, is he gonna pace himself? Oh, he is. He looks
No,
like he's.
yep. All right, that's the final lap. Mike
There
Burkov
we go.
not gonna get that overtake done.
Raza,
Doesn't manage
Burkhoff,
to hold P2.
unbelievable. What a race.
Lovely, lovely battle between those two, though. Mostasero finishing behind him, then Juan Carice, followed by Sacombe, then
Afonso.
Cronotis.
Afonso here in 10th place in the Maserati, pressuring Bucknam. What a what a performance. Fantastic for Mr. Afonso here. Not quite enough to get that 9th position, but great battle. These guys, last lap going in, trying to see if you can get just a little bit, but not quite enough for Kozlowskis right behind Guzman. Beachley, is he going to be able to make it? No, not quite. Sapien behind. Ooh, that is so tight. So tight between the Audi and the Mercedes. Does have a bit of a run, just needed a couple more. Looking on the inside, but nope. Nope, not enough for him as well. Wow. What a race.
Yeah,
Whew.
no, absolutely. There were battles throughout the entire field. That is a classic Imola race right there.
Fantastic. Fan freaking tastic. Wow. Have a beer, go for a smoke. Proverbial. I don't smoke nor do I drink a lot of beer, but need a breather after that one, eh, Mike?
Absolutely, that was a really intense race. And Eric down in P31 because I had to pull him out of the race due to technical failures.
uh,
That's okay. That's probably where you would have finished anyways.
Yikes. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, I'm not that good. Let's see. Let's see if the livery's uploaded here for us. What do we have? No, they didn't. You know what? I'm actually gonna go as far as quitting. Oh no, I think I know why. Let me put a replay on for you guys, and then I will. I'm adamant about getting these liveries in here. Wow, that was really fun. Great job to
Yeah.
all of our drivers. Not so much to some of them. A little bit of a
Yeah.
funkiness
Couple
going
of
on.
couple errors. Errors do happen. I don't think anything was intentional. I might have figured out why I was lagging. I think my hard drive's full.
Oh, there's a good reason.
You kind of reminded me of that whenever you went into the replays. I was like, oh yeah, I have a lot of those, don't I?
Juan Queres. Queres. I don't know, how do you pronounce that in Spanish? I got the Juan part. That I know for sure. You'd be surprised. I have heard very recently it being referred to as Juan.
Yeah, you gotta love whenever you meet Jorge and then, you know, it's always George. Shout out to all the Jorges out there. We love you.
All the Georges, you mean?
No, I mean all the Jorges spelt like George. It's not your fault that your name is spelt like an American name.
It's the same name, just different cultures. Alright, let's see if we can get all these sorted out here. So we should be starting our second qualifier here momentarily as I just get our livery sorted out. Sorry, amateur streamer here. As much as I enjoy it and try to give you guys as exciting an action as I can. There we go, where we see that mistake again from Mr. Bucknam. Good rejoin from the two though. Appreciate that. Should we invade Jake's stream and give him the text of shame?
I don't know what you mean by that.
Just call him out on his lack of
Misbecomings?
lack of mapping of the middle pedal.
Nah. I think he knows.
Oh, I'm sure he does. Actually, I've watched Jake drive for quite some time, and he's usually pretty good about things. So, momentary lapse in judgment.
Yeah, it happens to the best of us, unfortunately.
Happens more to the worst of us, I can tell you that.
Yeah, you can vouch for that.
All day and all night, baby. Probably better that I'm in the commentary box. Alright, let's go back into the server. Let's see if we managed to do a semi-decent job of uploading all of these liveries. Hopefully we see some prettier cars on track. These guys put a lot of work into these liveries, so let's not shortchange them on that.
We have cars going on track currently. So,
Green light, give it all you can.
I don't think we're supposed to have cars going on track currently.
Yeah, we are. So there was a little bit of an error on the server side, in that there was that extra minute added, so our Div 2 guys are going out shortchanged just a little bit.
Oh.
Operation, disconnect, connect, broadcasting. Here we go. So, see the Beachley livery there, so I know that I've uploaded the liveries now. I don't know if anyone else has them, but if they do, we can see it now. Alrighty, so.
Probably want to go into broadcast mode.
Yeah. We want to do that. And actually, can I ask you to stream your screen?
We can try. I don't know if it's gonna not be laggy.
Let's check it out. I'm
Yeah,
curious.
it's worth a shot. Yes, and there is another race, Neltec. Another 30-minute race as we're currently in the qualifying for the split 2 drivers. This is the qualifying for the qualifying. That way next week they can qualify again after qualifying.
So, to clarify what's going on, we have 2 sets of qualifiers for each season, each league. We have our hot lap qualifying, which allows everybody to go into our qualifying server, put their best laps in, and it allows us to judge their one pace bestest possible lap. And then we have a qualifying race, or 2 qualifying races, and that allows us to look at their race pace. You know, sometimes hot lap heroes aren't the best racers, so the whole intention of doing this whole complex shebang is just to make sure that we put everybody in groups in which they get the best possible wheel-to-wheel racing we can give them. And it's worked out pretty well, if I may say so, in the past, so yeah.
There will always be more qualifying, Neltec. There will always be more qualifying.
We can just make a season of qualifiers for you if you'd like. Qualifiers, unqualifiers, unqualifiers. How's that sound?
What would you be qualifying for, though?
It would be qualifying for the next qualifier.
Smart. As we see the car 463 of Ghoukasian starting their lap now. Well, as we're on board with Buckman, but
Oh, sorry. Let me pop into our Brazilian friend here. Actually, I am setting this up so you can pop into it. Alrighty.
oh, you are doing picture-in-picture. Okay. Is it not lagging?
Nope.
All right.
Looking pretty good. Alright. We are going to get some picture-in-picture action here, Mr. Nause, if I have anything to say about it.
It's not going to be confusing at all because I don't have the liveries and you do.
That's totally fine. Real question is, where do we put our picture-in-picture here?
I think you can put it above chat. Chat doesn't... I think our chat windows, you know, we're a little optimistic with that.
We need more engagement from chat. We need you guys to come in here and tell us how we're doing. Tell us we suck for all I care.
Yeah.
You guys suck as streamers. Well, thank you very much. Thank you for your chat engagement. We're very
At least
happy.
tell us why, though.
Yeah, that's fair. I'd accept that. Are you ready, Mr. Nause, for this amazing situation that we're about to have right here, right now?
I'm always ready because we're about
Boom.
to see the first lap completed here. Ghoukasian putting in... Wait, what? Where'd it go?
Oh, I just pressed a button. I made it happen.
It's happened.
Thank you, Nox Stilez, if I'm saying that correctly. Nox. Dub Nox. Appreciate it. Appreciate your chat engagement. Appreciate you being here. Hopefully you are enjoying how much we suck at this. We're learning.
True, it probably is fairly comedic.
Welcome to TRACKILICIOUS Clowntown streams.
And you know what? I even have a better idea for picture-in-picture.
Oh, Mr.
Bam.
Scott.
That didn't do exactly what I wanted it to do, but it works.
There you go. We got streams on streams on streams. Mr. Trigger, thank you for the follow at Mr. Stoney in the race. Making
Nox
fools out of everyone in the race. Great race for you. Alright, Let's give Bucknam a break here. Bruner topping Bucknam. These two are close to each other yet again, albeit in the ranks. Yeah, you had a great battle there. I was really impressed. You were going at it with, I think it was Kozlowskis. You guys were going wheel to wheel for a while there. That was really fun to watch. We did catch a bunch of your racing, so definitely go back and check the VOD on youtube.com/Trackalicious on our Trackalicious YouTube channel, where we post all of our VODs. But yeah, really fun. Really great racing all around.
Yeah, and great laps so far as we see low 152s. Track condition must have improved quite a bit, or these drivers just getting even more acclimatized to it.
So let's stick with Bruner, who is in provisional P1. Follow him through a lap.
You want me to do a onboard commentary?
Go ahead.
Alrighty, heavy braking into turn 1 at the gravel trap, clobbering the curbs on the inside on the first and on the second one. Very ambitious, lightly grazing these ones as you don't want to unsettle the car. You want to carry your speed into the Schumacher section here. Getting ready just to lift, just one downshift and then another here. As he runs wide, that's going to be a bit of a hamper on the time. Not quite the ideal line into the chicane there. He has to go down into first, has a bit of an oversteer. That's probably going to be an abandoned lap. It looks like he does want to continue, but that's this isn't going to be pole position. Let's just say that. Coming into the turns before Aquamiller. Oh yeah, okay, that's an invalid lap.
That's an invalidation. All right. Maybe it was too much pressure. Oh, Bucknam taking pole position now. Let's hop over to his view. So Bucknam is now
picking up right where we left off, more or less.
Yeah, these guys are that's gonna be exciting. Going back at it.
Double left-hander here, single downshift, double downshift actually. Heavy braking at the 40 meters, down a gear, then getting ready to go down one more gear at the apex. Absolutely clobbering the curb for the uphill section, getting ready to go for Alta. Looks like that car is going to move out of the way very nicely for him. Braking at this curb marker, dives into it, eats the curbs on both of the turns, goes and runs perfectly onto the exit. You don't want to run too wide there or you will end up unsettling the car on the exit as there's some heavy curbing on the outside. Getting ready to go into the penultimate corner, braking at the 100-meter board. Down into second, down into third, okay. Holding it, holding third gear that whole time, getting ready just for that perfect exit onto the straight, and now it's flat out into the pits because we're not going across the line.
Looks like he was a second down on his lap, but Bruner looks like he's got 2/10. Let's go back to Bruner as he's going through his lap. If I can press some buttons here and actually make it back to him. Up already, 2/10. Just at the first sector, or in the second sector now. It's going to be a good lap for him. He's going to need it. He's now down to 1.5 tenths. So he's got, oh, that's an invalidation. Is that an invalidation? Looks like he keeps going.
No, it is an invalidation.
Is it?
Wait, his lap time's red? Yes, his lap time's red.
Oh, what a bummer. What a bummer. There was an opportunity for him to potentially make it into provisional pole. But yet again, we see Jake Bucknam and Will Bruner going not wheel to wheel, but time to time battling for that pole position in Div 2.
And it looks like Provolone, no, number 14. Mostasero is the lead car right now. Maybe 98. No, 98's in the other group. Okay. Mostasero currently lead car for Split 2. Split 1? Split 1. Yeah.
Well, what we could do is we can watch two cars at the same time. So why don't you pick your poison and I'll pick mine.
I actually really like having both of us on one.
All right,
I think it works very because it gives two different angles.
let's do that. Let's hop into Masachero's car.
Or what do you guys prefer? We got some Buckman support from Smug Clarkson.
Smug, welcome. Bucknam making that provisional pole. Mr. Alejandro Polgarin, Paul Games in here. Alejandro, are you streaming? Alright, we are in Masachero.
Are we watching different? We are watching different people.
No. I'm on Masachero.
Why are we at two different parts of the track? Oh, because I'm on the Twitch window, because I'm smart.
Clowntown streams continuing. Yeah, for those of you who are looking for some more first-person experience from our, as I newly learned, Colombian friend Alejandro Polgarin, hop into Paul Games. Twitch.tv/Paul Games. Give him a follow, give him some love. Alejandro, I think it's your second season with TRACKILICIOUS, or third maybe. As we see Masachero going in for the last corner, a bit wide, a bit of gravel kicking up there, but what is this gonna look like? Is this gonna be a good lap? Is this gonna be a bad lap? Where is he going to end up? That is 8th. Raza popping into first place, P1 for him. 4th season. Oh my gosh, I apologize for not knowing that. I do try to pay more attention to the people within our community, but glad to have you. Hopefully we're doing a good job. I mean, maybe we are, considering you've been here for 4 seasons, so that's good.
It's a really good lap from Ollie Ross. That's almost the exact same lap that he set in the last qualifying session.
I'm impressed that you remember what that looked like.
I just remember because it was a 151.79. It's just, it was the exact same. I don't remember what the last digit was.
Let's do this. Why don't we go down to Jeremy's story and see what he's got in store for us. Story didn't quite pull off pole, but ended up winning the race through his skillful racing in the first couple of corners, specifically the first lap. Oh, stream on YouTube. Yeah, why don't you drop the link, Alejandro? I think you should be able to.
And you don't actually need to announce who you're going to.
Okay.
I got you. I got you.
Clowntown gearing up.
No, I got you. I've been on it the whole time so far, so.
I guess I'm not telling you, I'm just telling me so I know who I need to switch
That's
to.
right. I'll check out Fallon. He's having a stormer of a lap right now, as actually sets his lap, or he's gonna set his lap here very soon.
Let's see.
Currently 6/10, about to go maybe, yeah, 6/10 up on his delta.
Yeah, there you go. For those of you interested,
It's gonna send him into the low 152s there.
Fallon.
He does cross the line. Puts him into 6th.
Nice, great job. Great lap.
Looking like he wants to continue here. Very squirrely into turn 1, that Camaro is. Wow. Manages to hold that very well.
You know what? I want to go check out what Mr. Afonso is doing, because he is currently in 6th place in the Maserati. It's nuts. So for those of you who are not familiar, the Maserati is the only GT4 car that has no ABS, no traction control. Crazy.
Yeah, mainly because those features are overrated and no one needs them. Not really. Turns out they're very useful.
No, they're only for people who don't know how to drive. Stop being an amateur and just drive the Maserati.
My ABS is activated one time on my car, and I will never forget it because I was extremely disappointed in myself.
What did you do?
I just was kind of like not really paying attention. I mean, I was, but then I just kind of broke a little too late in traffic, and then my ABS activated for like no reason. It didn't need to activate. It was just I saw the light flash for like a quarter of a second.
Oh. I mean, do you guys get snow? A lot of snow up there?
No,
Okay.
not. We don't get any snow. It was a sunny day. I had no excuse. I was very upset with myself when I did that.
Yeah, because I was going to say, excuse me, we're out here in Michigan, and even before that in Toronto and Ottawa, quite a bit of snow. And that, I've used that ABS a couple of times. So we're in here in the Maserati. Afonso now dropping to 8th. Buckham's time still strong. Raza in first, Masachero second. Story down in 6th. Let's see if he's able to repeat his extravagance from the first race, but still sticking here with the Maserati, arguably one of the best sounding cars in the game. Does this sound good? Yeah, pretty
It
good.
sounds pretty good. I do actually. We should go back to Fallon. Fallon's on a flyer right now.
Ooh, 5/10 up on his lap. That'll take him up to, ooh, really high. Maybe
And
second.
he still has a way to go on his lap, so he can either make it or break his time right now.
Yeah, that's a good one. Good
As
catch.
he does lose, he scrubs some speed off there, coming out of the Aqua Minerale sector into Alta. Loses even more time. Looking like that he is going to improve on this lap still, but not as much as we would have hoped for him.
Is he gonna get another shot at it though? It looks like he might get one more run at it. 3/10 is not bad though. He still has 3/10 left. That's a little bit wide.
It's gonna be close.
No, he's gotta get another lap. He's gonna get another lap. Let's stick with him, see if he's gonna be able to do it. Masachero a 10th up on his lap, which gets him closer to Raza, but not quite there.
Okay, so it takes about 10 seconds from the final corner to get to the line.
So Fallon improving up to 7th. We know he's got more time in the bag, specifically in the last sector. Bit of a slide there.
Juan Carice is about to slam his way up pole position. Yeah, I was about to say he was on an absolute flyer of a lap there. 8/10 improvement. It was the 151.3. I didn't think anyone was going to be able to beat Ali Raza this qualifying session, but I was wrong.
Ooh, it's not over yet. Raza 3/10 up on his time. Ooh, where is he? Where is he? Raza
He's currently in
is...
Aqua Minerale.
Let's go to Raza and then we'll come back to, oh, Raza on a flyer. Masachero on a flyer.
Ooh, very aggressive on the curbs. I don't know if that's going to necessarily help his time.
It is going to help his time. That is 4/10.
He lost time out of the Alta though. Lost a couple hundredths.
One final braking.
Very slow. That's not a great entry in there. That's going to lose a lot of time. Ali Raza going to have a really good exit here. 3/10 improvement. It's going to be extremely close between these two, but I think Ali Raza did manage just to get it. He did just.
Oh, my lord.
Very close indeed.
My lord. Wow, that was quite the qualifier. That was exciting. All right. Let's go check out some cars.
these guys are really fast. I just want to say that.
Just want to put
Like,
it out there. These guys
like
pretty quick.
these guys, they're quite fast. It turns out.
Pretty quick. All right, who do we have? Ali Raza, P1. Juan Carras, P2. Masachero, P3. Bucknam up to P4. Scott, P5. Good job, Ricky. Well, Bruner right behind, P6. Look at these two. These two. Here again. A little bit of boom, 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 boom. Story in P7. Great performance from him. I'm sure we're going to see him move up in ranks. Fallon in the Chevy in P8. Alfonso in P9. In chat, welcome. Welcome. Not that hairy, but dude, super impressed by your pace in that Maserati. We have some Maz friends in the server as well, so I'm sure you guys are going to link up at some point in time. We have Guzman in 10th, Colin in 11th, Secombe in 12th, King 13th, Yu 14th, Sapien 15th, Polgarin 16th, Pulaski 17th, Provolone 18th, Beachley 19th in the Akron Honey livery. Choosing to go black for today. Beach GT and the tail there. Who do we have next? We were looking at Beachley. Hate 20th, Kozlauskas 21st, Versosa. Versosa, what are you doing here? Oh yeah, it is a custom livery. I don't know what it's referenced to, but looking pretty good. Got the flag representing Brazil. Trackalicious fall season. And then we have Carnes in 23rd. Who do we have after that? I gotta scroll down. I apologize. Moffitt in 24th. Camacho in 25th. Masters in 26th. And Chronotis in 27th. Chrono, what are you doing back here? Oh, that's cool. Pickle Rick. It's a cool little livery here. Swifty. Alrighty. As everybody fires up, getting ready to go. So, let's preview the onboards. Lord West, I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. Everybody's setting off, so let's hop into some onboards. We want to see King. Let's hop in with King. Let's see what he's doing as he warms his tires up. Thanks everyone for sticking around. We are getting ready for race 2, or I should say qualifier 2 of the start of our Tracklicious multi-class season. So the qualifiers are a single class, trying to get a good reading on how everybody's pace is relative to each other, so we can split them up into their divisions, Division 1, Division 2, for which will be used in our regular multi-class season, where in the first week Division 1 will be driving the GT3s, Division 2 will be driving the GT4s, but driving a GT3 and GT4, but what if I want to do the other one? Ha! We have the solution for you, because the second race, they will be swapping divisions. Or I should say swapping classes. So then GT4 will be driven by the Division 1s, and GT3s will be driven by the Division 2s. So we'll be swapping out every week. So everybody gets to drive everything. Get to experience the slower class and the faster class.
Yeah, that's what everyone wants for sure. And as we are seeing these drivers here warming up their tires, getting ready to get into the final race here of the final qualifying race here of tonight. Thanks everyone for joining us and being here with us tonight.
Lord
It's
West.
getting a little late for the East Coasters, but yeah, go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I have to admit, you are really confusing me. I know you're asking for something, and I have no idea what you're asking for. I'd love to give it to you.
Me?
I know, our Lord West chatter, Tracklicious, let's add NASCAR onboard graphics. You know what? Between the wee hours of taking care of 3 children and running a sim racing league, I will work on some graphics for you.
As you should hop on the third person. I'll stay on board here with the Chevy of Fallon. And we will see as they line up here 2x2. Noah's Ark formation, getting ready here to go down the long straight, getting ready into, well, and not turn 1 yet, but coming into the final turn. Turn 23, I think it is. I don't remember off the top of my head. Imola, one of my more favorite tracks, not my favorite track, but I do love Imola.
Yeah, it's a really fun track. Great track to race in as we are getting together, just about to go green in. We have green, 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 and we are racing. Looks like Ali Rasa gets a great start. Kara's a bit slow on the start. Masachero looking on the inside, doesn't quite have the overlap, but Ricky Scott looking very hungry for a position. Everybody seems sensible, at least in the first 10, 15 cars, as we focus up front. Raza getting a huge gap. Jake still hungry for a position. Kara's hungry for a position in back. Masachero does make it up into second. Jake Bucknam really trying to push for that third position. Side-by-side racing by Scott and Fallon looks like. That's exciting to see in the picture-in-picture down there. Ali Raza has just flown off into the into yonder. So Bucknam still here, still very close. Masachero does take that second spot commandingly. So we have Brunner and Bucknam next to each other again. Brunner now a little bit of a twist in the back. Masachero missing the corner, allowing Karas to come in. Does get ahead and the inside line as they go into the chicane. Bucknam eager to try and take advantage of the racing that's going on ahead of him. Brunner also very hungry for a spot, being attacked by Story in the back. This group is really, really exciting. Bucknam and Masachero side by side. Karras does get ahead. So we have Story on. Ooh, that's really late braking, but is able to make the apex. So Masachero and Bucknam, Brunner and Story and Fallon in the back. Wow, what a group of racers we have here. This is I can't even contain my own excitement. My words are slurring into themselves.
Yeah, for sure. As these drivers here, very talented. And we see the Camaro tucking to the outside line here, looking like he wants to take the long way around turn 2 here into the chicane. And actually, the Audi onto the grass, that's going to compromise his exit. And onto the heavy curbing, looks like the Camaro does manage to slide by.
I'm hopping in with Brunner over here as he's challenging Fallon. Ooh, it's a bit of a push.
All this scrapping as well as let Ali Raza manage to pull away 1.7 seconds to the rest of the pack.
I'm going to go back for a replay there, see what happened. Looks like Brunner got a little wide. What happened there? So we're looking at the replay, I believe. Oh, no, we lost it.
As Buckman did in fact find the middle pedal this time.
Like I said, I know I've watched Jake stream quite a bit. Mr. Mowers Emporium, if you're looking for some good first person and great setup streaming, Jake Bucknam is the person to go and watch.
We should jump up to P2 real quick.
Oh no!
Because
Story!
Whoa.
Pit maneuver on Fallon, not intentional, I'm sure, but that was a big tap. That's questionable one a little bit. There was an overlap. I don't know about that one. Let's go back.
Great
Oh,
off-roading from the Camaro.
good
I just
control
want to
from
give him,
Fallon.
yeah, I just want to give him some credit there. That was some absolutely incredible rally skills.
Yeah, unfortunately, I went back a little bit too far, but yeah, shoot. Okay, I've fixed my settings here, so we'll be able to see the replays a little bit better. I apologize about that. Chatters, story going
Bucknam,
wide.
Bucknam is on Juan right now. Juan, after running wide out of Alta, absolutely compromising, got overtaken by Mostasero. I would highly recommend jumping up to this P2 battle here.
You keep on that P2 battle. We're gonna keep on the 4, 5, 6 battle over here because
Okay.
we do have Story and who else do we have? Story and Bruner and Scott all really going for a really good battle over here as well. So now that we have picture in picture, we can cover all angles of the race. That's
A lot of
impressive.
these drivers struggling. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say impressive. Bucknam separated himself from the group before or after him, so nice to see that he's managed to get himself back up into 4th place, and a bit of a gap to Story, Scott, Bruner, King, Sacombre, Polgarin, Fallon, all within a second of each other. So 0.6, 0.5, 0.6, 0.4, 0.6, 0.3, all to each other. Really close racing over here as we go through the
Oh,
first couple of laps.
holy close racing back in P15. My goodness. There's about 7 drivers battling for P16, P15 right now. This is insanity.
Yeah, catching up with chat. Unfortunate contact for Fallon, and even more so through Bucknam. Jake, I'm gonna get your name right eventually. I apologize. But yeah, still staying on this crazy battle between Bruner, Scott, Story, finding his pace and creating a little bit of a gap. Oh my God, everybody's so close. How are we? I'm gonna go down to Masters, Muffet, Guzman. So
Yeah,
Muffet,
that's
Guzman, Pulaski,
where I
Masters,
was
you, Beachley, Alfonso, all really close to each other.
that's where I was trying to pull you down to. These guys have been scrapping it out right now.
Request for Sacombre on board. Let's try to find him. Sacombe, where are you at? Chasing down P8, chasing down Reggie King. It's like getting a really good line, good exit, tightening up that gap to King. Having a look on the inside, a bit threatening. Decides not to. He was a little bit too far back, but I'm sure putting the pressure on King. King makes a mistake. He's going to get a good run here. Gets a good pedal to the metal. Does manage to start closing that gap. Where is he going to go? Outside, inside, outside, inside. Chooses to go on the outside. Ooh, a bit of a squeeze from King. Does manage to put a lot of pressure on the outside. King squeezing
Leaving just
through.
enough space. Oh, and now he's getting overtaken on the inside by 2 cars. Oh no.
Oh my
That's not
God.
what you want to happen. Oh, we're gonna go 3 wide down the straight. Why not? Even though it's not that straight.
As you can see in the picture-in-picture, Sacombe being really pressured by the people behind, even though he had the pace. He has 2 behind, going 3 wide. Ooh,
Oh my God,
they make it
Mercedes.
through. Great job, great racing by all. They compromised a bit of their lap time by Sacombe making it through, now trying to close that gap back up to King. Let's go for a reverse cam on King to see the action behind. Good call.
Fallon. Oh, he had contact with the 44 Mercedes and got spun out. And that just left him stranded in the gravel, dropping him down all the way to last place, pretty much. Second to last in front of Provolone.
feel like we should go for the reverse on Polgarin here as Colin closing up that gap within half a second. Or I should say, let's go to Masters. Look at this battle and bunch over here. Slight little yellow flag on track. Looks like that's gone now. Masters going wide, giving people behind him an opportunity. Bit of damage on Yu's car. I believe that's Kevin Yu. Ooh, deep braking. Is there a bit of contact? Not quite, but gets a really good exit.
All these cars just nip and tuck right now.
Beachley,
None of them not making any ground though.
Yeah, Beachley eager. Backs off a little bit.
Maserati, massive send, manages to get the car stopped in time. I don't think he meant to do that. I think he just broke a little too late there. But he did get the car stopped in time. Looks like he lost a bit of time, but did not get overtaken.
See what's going on behind you. Beachley looks like he's sustained a bit of damage back there. Then we got Afonso and Sapien behind. All eagerly battling.
Oh my! Guzman and Moffitt having an Moffitt pushing to the absolute limit there, drifting the car through the Schumacher.
Big announcement. Smug Clarkson, you freaking legend, you coming through with a massive subscribe. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. We love you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Let us know what you want to see. You just trumped everybody here in chat. We're here for you. We appreciate you. Thank you again. You're a legend.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much, Smug Clarkson. If we could get some love in chat from everyone, that would be great for him.
Look at this battle here. They're all so close. Tip
Everyone's
to
so
tail.
close right now. The entire field's close.
Thank you, Smug. We're getting this clown act together. Got picture in picture now. We're able to see two different views of this immense racing that's happening in what is going to turn into our multi-class season as these people putting down some qualifying laps. Let's hop in. Alright. It's crazy racing. Let's go back up top. I'm so afraid to step away from this battle over here because they're so close to each other. Oh, looks like the Maserati made a bit of a mistake. Let's see. Love to see Afonso.
Mike, yeah, and I noticed you weren't in this race, but great result though from the last one.
Oh, what? Mike, what happened? You're doing
He
so
didn't
well.
start this race.
Yeah, Mike, it's going to be really exciting. I mean, from what we see today, I don't know what's going to happen moving forward. It's so exciting. We're seeing some crazy racing all the way down the field. I mean, I honestly can't remember having had this much wheel-to-wheel battling ever through the entire race. We have such great close groups.
Yeah, I mean, just look at that picture that you're looking at right now. I think that kind of says it all. We're not streaming NASCAR here.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, look, they're turning right. Pit windows open time. I do think we do have some races in here that do have some pits I don't know. We have a lot of we have a lot of leagues going on, so I can't keep them all straight in my head. But if you are interested, for those that are interested, our mixed class league on Thursdays. This is the qualifier you're watching today, and then we do have our GT3 league on Sundays. That is starting on Sunday. Ooh, we have a bit of a send from Beachley looking on the inside. Oh, Masters not giving him enough room. I think he should have given him some more.
Oh! Yes, that was a very
Yeah.
unfortunate. I just saw that replay. That was unfortunate.
Yeah, Masters. Tanner should have given him a little bit more room. That's unfortunate. Well, that was a good try by Beachley. Still behind, and I'm sure. Oh, there we go. Doing the right thing, giving him letting him by it. Well, there we go. Even though it wasn't achieved the first time around, a bit of respect on track. Bruner on the tip to tail with Ricky Scott, hungry for that 6th position. Both in McLarens, no particular advantage there. But is
But both have been very close this entire race.
Yeah, Scott coming in with quite an improvement from the previous race. I think he was in the teens maybe, but a little bit lower for sure. But yeah, huge gain between the two races. Getting some practice in the first race and scorcher of a qualifier in the second race, keeping Bruner behind. Bruner a little bit behind this huge rivalry that we're going to create between Bucknam and Bruner. The battle of the bees.
Yeah. They're next to each other in class, and they're next to each other on the track.
Yeah.
Ooh, we see a little bit of three by, we got Polgren, Colin, and Kozlowskis.
Kozlowskis, Colin, Polgarin. Ooh, let's hop in. Let's get an in-car view here. Helmet cam. Kozlowskis. Hungry. Looking on the inside. Does make his way through Colin. Is he going to make it stick? And out side by side.
Ooh, I don't think he has the run. Oh, but he actually might. Both Porsches, neither of them having a power advantage. But down the inside, very exuberantly, staying on the inside the whole time of that double left-hander.
This is going to be a tough one. Akko Minerale is not very easy to go side by side, but looks like Kozlowskis does make it through Polgarin. Oh, sorry, Colin.
Oh, but he's going to have a really bad exit here coming into Alta. We'll see if he manages to get caught. Is there going to be a lunge? No, there isn't. Manages to hold it for right now, Kozlowskis.
Whoa, huge send!
Holy that's an off-track overtake. I don't know if that's allowed, but all right. He still has the outside line. It's going to be difficult for him to get this done here, as I think Colin should be able to hold this. Wait, Kozlowski's the 88. Okay.
And the BMW, oh no, gets a bit of a wiggle behind, but both cars behind getting a good run. Huge draft here now. Oh, what's going to happen? Are they going to go 3 wide in here? Which camera should we choose? I don't even know.
I think that the BMW doesn't want to make it 3 wide. Guzman being a little bit smart here, taking the inside line, and
oh, and a mistake!
Massive error from Kozlowskis, self-inflicted there. Just could not handle the pressure, unfortunately, for that P10 position at that moment. And as I say that, we see the same thing there from Colin. Colin can't handle the pressure either and runs off the track, and Guzman gets by with ease. Double overtake through 2 people that weren't on the track.
Look at that. Just that little bit of patience, little bit of 5 heading on the track, racing IQ, bit of pressure, manages to go through both of them without wasting too much tire. Kudos,
Yeah, definitely.
Mr. Guzman, good job.
Very calm head on his shoulders.
speaking of com heads,
Colin and Kozlowskis. Back and see what happened there into Aquaman We see Colin here just spinning out by himself and Kozlowskis spinning out by himself.
let's go look and see what happened.
Just at the same time, I got it on picture-in-picture, but yeah, here we go, you can see it again, but they both just have self-inflicted errors.
There's Kozlowskis.
Yeah, and Colin was ahead.
Oh, okay. Wow.
And Colin did the exact same thing, basically. They
Wow.
pretty much followed suit with each other. That was pretty hilarious.
Wow, 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 wow. Alrighty.
Whoa, 4 wide, what the heck? What just happened?
I'm playing the replay, going back. There are a lot of cars, not enough room. There's 6 cars in this area. Oh, a bit of a wiggle from Afonso. My God.
Wow. Multiple cars getting involved in that collision. Some of them returning to pits, multiple of them returning to pits. And we see another one on my screen there, Alex Afonso retiring from the damage, it looks like, as he's pulling over and get a return to pits. I don't think people are going to be too happy with that.
No, we can. We'll go back and look at the replay there as we have 10 minutes remaining. But that's really unfortunate. We've seen some great racing, a little bit of impatience from the drivers on track, going what 3 wide, 4 wide,
4 wide,
6 cars within a tenth of each other. That is insane.
Yeah, definitely very ambitious. A couple of the cars just very unfortunate bystanders that got caught up and involved in it where they didn't really want to. But a couple of them. Ooh.
Pulaski going wide, giving
Yeah.
Sapien a run here.
Isn't that how that one Porsche GT driver broke his spine or damaged his spine? Was in that exact turn in that exact car?
I wouldn't doubt it.
I think it was. And then they had to lower the curbing on that. Because the Porsche went all 4 off the floor, if I remember right. That was like 2 years ago in the GT World Championship.
Your knowledge in the situation is better than mine, and we do have a tight battle there. And then Fallon and Kozlowskis now going tip to tail. Oh, a bit of a send and another send. Oh my God. Oh, I thought Fallon had missed his braking point. There's a bit of a funky rejoin from Kozlowskis. Oh man, his day going from bad to worse.
Yeah, his bonnet's not really attached that well right now, and his front splitter is looking rather worse for wear.
Yeah, smug. Kozlowskis and Cole in tandem drifting.
Oh, and having a massive violent bit of oversteer there. Kozlowskis just struggling to handle this car right now.
Yeah, it looks like Beachley eager to take advantage of the situation. Oh,
a little
understeers
too
into him.
eager. Oh no, Beachley gets a little too impatient, goes down the inside of a corner that's not known for overtaking, and 2, unfortunately, does not go into 1 there, as you see.
Rough.
Beachley just going for, in my opinion, a move that he should not have there. He had the pace, he just should have waited a little bit longer.
You know, Justin has been improving his pace incredibly, and I say this with love and endearment. His racecraft is just a little bit behind. I'm sure he's going to get it up there. It's not, he knows how to race. I think it was just a matter of impatience there. And you know what? I'm subject to the same amount of impatience. So it's the kettle calling the pot black, really.
Yeah, a lot of this does come down to track knowledge and knowing when to overtake and when you cannot overtake. That corner being the fastest left-hander on this track, pretty much. Well, when it comes to like actual turns.
Yeah, Fallon and Kozlowskis now go. Sorry, Fallon and Camacho going at it now. Sorry.
No worries.
Oh, we have a drive-through from Professor Chronotis. Oh, looks like he's got maybe one too many track cuts. Oh, let's go to this battle. Bruner and Ricky Scott still going at it.
Yeah, that's the battle that I'm on currently. Is they're side by side. Whew.
Into the chicane.
I think they're still going to be side by side on the exit.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I don't think this is over yet.
Great driving by these two.
I think Ricky Scott is going to try to challenge back here. I think he might have the momentum, maybe not. He just doesn't want to just yet. Fair enough.
I think he's going to try and I think he's going to try and take advantage of the draft on the straight. So trying to get a huge, really nice exit there. And let's see if he's able to make that deficit on the straight.
Yeah, which actually probably is the smarter move in that they're in the same car, so that's a good way to get a speed advantage, actually, with the slipstream and a better exit here. Looking like he has both of those. Bend a little bit onto the grass and onto the inside. He keeps it on track.
I'm clenched right now. Oh no, there's a big mistake.
Oh my, no!
No!
Oh, and he collects Ricky Scott. Or Ricky Scott, I mean, collects, yeah, Succombe.
Whoa, that was exciting. Oh, unfortunately it ended the way it did, but wow.
I thought he had it.
Yeah, he looked like he did, and then got a little bit too excited on the throttle pedal there, looks like. Ooh. That was fun to watch.
Yes, it was.
Well, we got 4 minutes and 20 seconds, and we're still going through some crazy racing here at Trackless Sim Racing. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Chocolate Slayer, welcome to chat. First time chatter. Yeah, Smug, you hate to see it. It's very unfortunate, but really good attempt, really good racing from the two of them. Fortunately for Mr. Bruner, he does make it ahead and up to the 6th position. Chocolate Slayer, hello, how are you? Welcome, where are you from? What are you doing? Do you drive ACC? If so, what do you main?
No, I'm not sure I would call that a great send or anything. I mean, he did go on the grass and then send it down the inside, and I really thought that he was just going to go straight into the side of the car next to him. But he kept it, but not even he, they both kept it on track, mostly.
Look, he made a mistake before the corner. He like swerved way out into the grass, and I think he would have been in a better position if he didn't. But he made the corner.
From where he was, yes. I don't know how he made it.
He made the corner. He made the corner, and he made it stick, and then he made it stick through the next corner, but then just got a little bit too ambitious on the throttle.
He made the overtake stick, but he didn't make his tires stick.
Yep. Wow, that was fun. That was fun to watch.
Yeah, and it still will be here, as we still have, as you said, 3 minutes to go, and Moffitt closing in heavily on Guzman here. Looking like he might not. Oh, he's gonna have a really good exit here. That BMW is fast.
Yeah, it's got a lot of straight line speed, so it's gonna be a tough one to catch up to. We got some Muff fans in here. Welcome, Turner. Nice, great late braking. 2 minutes
Something
left.
just to keep an eye on for right now, nothing to actually switch to, but something to keep note of. Mostasero currently 0.8 of a second away from Ali Raza.
Yep.
And looking like he is actually gaining by about a 10th a lap.
Yeah. I was looking at that as well. Ollie's gonna be a pretty big wall to get past, but looks like he's hungry. Come on, Muff.
Ali Raza's been seen to make some mistakes tonight. So if Mastasero can pressure him into making a mistake, we'll see. He might be able to get this win.
It's a bit of a wiggle from Guzman up ahead. Muff, hungry, eager, trying to tuck in. Is it enough? I don't think so. That BMW's just got so much power in the straights. Chocolate from Cali. Cool, very, very cool. Big fan of ACC. We are too, if you can't tell.
More West Coast representation as well. We don't have too much of that here in the Trackalicious community.
Yeah, it's actually kind of interesting that we do have much more East Coast representation than we do West Coast. But yeah, Chocolate Say, glad to have you. Joined by iCrunch Numbers, more Muff fans. We'll give you guys what you're looking for. Cheering Muffet on.
Yeah,
Let's go,
Moffat
buddy.
is, he definitely has the pace to get this overtake done right now, but he needs to use it at the right part of the track, as he's gaining in sections like here and he needs to just take that. He gains it, but then he'll lose it coming into the fast part, which I don't necessarily blame him for that, as the BMW just is extremely fast in a straight line.
What's really interesting, and Mike, oh no!
Whoa! He forgot the middle pedal! Guys, you gotta remember there's a middle pedal.
Don't forget the middle pedal.
Wow, Moffat making a massive mistake, almost collecting Guzman, but luckily avoiding that.
Into the final lap here. I was gonna hop down to Masachero and Raza, but it looks like there's still a bit of a gap there. But Guzman has been making some good time to Polgarin. Alejandro showing some decent pace up in 11th here, but Guzman eager, only 4/10 of a second behind.
I'll stay with Ali Raza for the rest of this lap.
Yeah,
Barring a massive mistake, I don't see him losing this position. I think he is going to manage to take it home as he comes through Aqua Minerale right now. Just has one more sector to go after this. And just take this victory, as he has pretty much dominated this race the entire time.
Polgarin making a bit of a mistake. Looking on the inside, Guzman a little bit too early. There wasn't enough overlap there, but he decides to back out smartly. So you still have half a lap to go. Guzman, a little bit of patience, set yourself up, and I think you can do it. Looks like Polgarin's really struggling on these tires. Guzman eager, a little bit wide for Polgarin. Going into Aqua Minerale. Both pretty decent lines.
And now we will see Ali Raza, our qualifying race winner, cross the line, followed by Mastasero, and then Juan Carris, not too close behind, but not too far away either. Buckman, fourth place behind him, followed by Story. Then Brunner, gonna be coming across the line momentarily.
And we have another legend in chat. Chocolate Slayer, thank you so much for the subscription. You are a legend.
For
Thank you so
3
much.
months in advance, Chocolate Slayer is more than a legend.
Triple legend. Triple legend. Thank you so much for the sub. We are really glad you're here. We're really glad you're enjoying the stream with us. Bunch of clowns trying to get it together and figure things out. As we see Guzman just not quite being able to make that final move there.
Yeah,
Wow.
Peachley in a very similar situation, coming up right behind Kozlowskis as they pass the MotoGP chicane to cross the checkered flag.
In the words of Owen Wilson, wow. What a race. What a
Now
race.
Chronotis P23 to bring it home.
What a
Across the line.
race.
Indeed, what a race indeed.
Well, Hey Alejandro, good defense at the end there as we see the Mercedes cars showing some love to each other back there. Um, Mike, do you want to hop down and try to see if you can get Story and Ali Raza and who else do we have? Masachero.
Yes.
Let's get Bucknam in here as well. See if he'll hop in. Have
I
a
don't. Where the heck are they? There's Raza. Okay, I found Raza. I'm just gonna yank him up here if it'll allow me.
yeah, Alejandro. We did see that. Those
Hi, Raza.
Oh, hi.
I'm
we
gonna grab Buckman too. Very out of the air.
just
Why not?
actually be careful grabbing Bucknim because he is
All
streaming
right.
probably. So just have a chat with him before you pull him in. All right, let's go to replay. So, Mr. Raza, quite a
Yep.
commanding race there. But it was getting pretty close towards the end. How did you feel about the last couple of laps as Andres was smelling that hiney a little bit too closely?
Oh man, it got so sweaty in the end. Like Andres was so chatty the whole race. For the last 10 minutes, he was so quiet. I could tell he was focusing so hard trying to catch me. But I think he had like 3 warnings or something, and he was about to get his fourth one, and he had to slow down. So otherwise, he might have got me. So, but otherwise, a great race.
Yeah, I mean, it was a sweatier race for you in the first one. You guys were going back and forth at it quite a few
Yeah.
times, giving Mr. Story quite the lead there. But then in the second race, you managed to get a really good start and then kind of had the rest of the race to yourself.
Yeah, I did, but it wasn't comfortable. I had to push. It wasn't easy, but managed to do it in the end.
Well, congratulations on winning one of our qualifying races. Now, not having won any of the qualifying races, but Mr. Bucknam in here. How was that for you, Jake?
That was a lot more fun than the first one. I can tell you that.
What happened in the
uh,
first one? We may or may not have caught that, but we did.
Whoever was in the McLaren, I was trying to force them low, and well, I missed the brake marker. And I was looking for a hole in between two cars in front of me, and I got Bruner.
Yeah, so we were watching this battle between you and Bruner. We're calling it the Battle of the Bees, trying to build arch nemesis of each other. You guys were pretty close both in the first race and in the second one. Um, well, tell us a little bit about the racing that you were facing today. I think you had pretty close battles through the first and second race.
Oh yeah, it's actually a pleasant change from driving the Jag, so it's kind of fun being uh, somewhat competitive. The guys up front just drove away. I kept making little mistakes. Yeah, it stinks to have 3 Porsches on the podium. No one likes to see that. Everyone wants to see, an Aston Martin or a Jag up there. There's no GT4 Jag, so put one in the top 5. That should make the shareholders happy.
For those that don't know, Mr. Bucknam streams as Mr. Mower Emporium. So if you guys are interested in looking at some cool first-person streaming, got a really cool setup and rig. Love the colors. And I just put 2 and 2 together. I'm pretty sure Smug Carlson is actually Chris. Chris's pace is pretty impressive. Where did that come from?
Yeah, he put on a wicked qualifying lap. That was insane. I got held up a little bit in qualifying in the first go, but I don't know where he found that one because I don't think I even matched it in my qualifying lap on the second go.
Jake, it looks like we have some people in chat wanting to join a Jag Enduro team with you. So if you're doing our 6-hour series and want to hop into the Jag, Dead Last is interested.
I will always run the Jag.
Want to run the drag?
Jag.
Well, I'll ask you guys one more question before I let you guys leave here. What do you guys think about going into the season with multi-class with what you've seen here so far?
It should be some pretty good racing.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty hectic. Switching cars every week, and like some people might be better in GT3, others better in GT4, so you never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I think, with how close we've seen the battles on track, I think even if when we split the divisions into two, which is happening next week, the battles are going to be super intense. So very excited to and looking forward to it. Great job by both of you guys, except the one corner, Jake. We'll give you a little bit of crap for that one, but we've seen you race before. We know you do a pretty good job overall. So looking forward to seeing your wheel-to-wheel battles moving forward.
Awesome, thank you.
Thank you guys. And Chocolate Slayer, absolutely, you are more than welcome to join, as Mike has posted our Discord in there. Please join us. We're always looking for more people. We actually have room in this championship. We'll put you in there. Our GT3 series pretty full right now, but you can still join as a reserve in case any slots open up. We also do have our Monday rookie series, if you're looking to join that as well. So Monday GT4 rookies, Thursday mixed class, Sunday GT3s, and then we are running our partnership series with 949 and Box 3, which is once a month, 6 hours, starting with Donington. So we're really excited about that as well. So yeah, join us. And then another huge thank you for a big subscription, Alejandro. Thank you so much. You are a legend, coming in all the way from Colombia. Thank you so much for that sub. We really, really appreciate it. Great race from you. Great race from everybody most of the time. Some little oversights of the middle pedal, wouldn't you say, Mike?
A little bit. That's okay. We had a very nice clip, I think, from who was that? That was Greeny, who threw some cheers in earlier. He got a very nice clip of him missing the middle brake pedal, and that's okay. It happens to the best of us.
It does. More to the worst of us than the best of us, but yeah, we shall live with it. Mike, I am going to let you close out the stream while I look for someone we could raid.
Awesome. Sounds good. Well, I just want to thank absolutely everyone for joining us tonight in the race, and especially in the stream. I guess especially in the race, because we can't have the stream without you guys. Thanks, everyone. Everyone in chat, thanks for the subscriptions, as we actually had quite a few subscriptions tonight. Thank everyone massively for that. We cannot thank you guys enough for the support. And make sure to join our Discord at TRACKILICIOUS, discord.gg/TRACKILICIOUS, if you're interested in finding any of our leagues that Eric has mentioned before. We also have a sim grid that you can find in the Discord where it has all of our events. And yeah, Eric, if that's about it for me. And we also, I guess, Dead Last wants to hold on to something. I'm holding on to my mouse. What's up?
Okay.
Maybe not.
We're
My
holding
mouse has
on.
been held. My mouse has been held long enough at this point. I think you can send it.
Well, there'll be oh, he's in the middle of ads. That's why.
Oh, and he also is gifting a tier 1 sub. All right, well maybe we held on because he's a legend. Fair enough.
Oh, Dead Last, thank you so much. Thank you all for the subscriptions. Thank you all for hanging out with us. Like, Mike, I appreciate, even though I kind of was bummed for a minute or two wanting to race tonight, I had a really good time streaming with you tonight.
Yeah, I could tell you weren't too thrilled with that, but I wasn't either. So, but it definitely it worked out. So.
Yeah, I think this is really fun. Yeah, and again, I can't thank you guys enough for the subscriptions. You guys are absolute legends. Yeah, enjoy. Actually, what we need to do is give you guys a little bit more for the subscription. So I'll work in the background with Mike and see if there's anything else, any other advantages we could give you guys. I know we have a couple of emotes on there, but not quite enough. So thank you so much again. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Join us for our races. Join Discord. And we'll see you at the next one on Sunday for our GT3 series, which Mike will be hosting again.
Yeah.
All right, we are going to go to Nitro Sim Racing TV. No idea who they are, but we'll give them a shot. So Go over there, give them some ACC love. They're running wet in Barcelona, really, really wet in Barcelona. So looks like an exciting race there. Thank you all again. Good night, and see you in the next one. Oh, it's a Spanish stream.
We good?
Yeah.